Hello, my name is Dr. Komloshi. I'm a GP at King's North Medical Practice, Ashford. In this series, we talk about common medical conditions that could be treated at home without the need to see the doctor. What is constipation? The question sounds silly, but it's good practice to define the term to make sure that the patient and the doctor are on the same page. I heard sometimes from my patients saying something like, I opened my bowels in the morning, but I felt very constipated later that day. Well, the patient meant that they felt the urge to open the bowels, but they could not. For the doctor, this is not constipation. Constipation means hard, heavy to pass stools, or infrequent stools. To make the communication easier and less graphic about stools, there is a stool chart invented. I like the children's version because it gives a good description, so you know what you are looking for. Type 3 to 5 are considered normal stools, and healthy bowel habits change between 3 times a day to 3 times a week. Everybody is an individual and find their own pattern. However, if there is a considerate change in the bowel habits, then probably it needs medical attention. In toddlers, constipation is common. They change their diet from milk to solids, and then the potty training brings in a lot of changes. Obviously, the first line treatment would be to increase the fiber intake and the fluid intake. However, if it doesn't work within a week, it's best to start laxatives early on. The first line would be fibrogel, which is made out of isfacula husk, which is a natural plant high in fiber. It's actually not a medicine, it's a food supplement. It draws in water and helps to make the stools less dry, more bulky, and would pass faster through the large bowels. Another alternative, especially if the toddler refuses to take the mixture made up from the powder, is to use lactulose. This is a sugary transparent syrup that could be bought from the chemist without prescription as well, and the dose could be from 2.5 to 5 milliliter once or twice a day. It also increases the amount of the stools by bringing in water. Misconception is that we give one dose of these laxatives to the child and then we wait for the effect. This is not how these medications work. They work whilst the stools are formed, so they won't help to get rid of the already there dry, bulky and difficult to pass stools. If you need help with those, you might want to consider glycerin suppositories to your child. This is why it's important to start the laxatives treatment sooner rather than later, not to wait for large bulky stools forming, because it would be very difficult and painful to pass. It happened to me as well, that my little toddler daughter was sitting on a potty crying, struggling, and I was sitting next to her crying from frustration and feeling her pain. Don't wait for that. These laxatives are safe. Try them and start them early on. If you're not successful with fibrogel or lactulose, please make an appointment with your doctor and they will prescribe Macrogol, which is more effective, stronger than these first two. For adults, I would also suggest very similar first steps with fibrogel and lactulose. They are available over the counter from the pharmacist. For a stronger effect, you can mix the two and use them parallelly, taking them together. Other laxatives available from the shelves would be Dulcolax, which contains bisacodyl, or Senacut, containing senna, work very differently from the above mentioned laxatives. They are stimulant laxatives, urging the bowels to move faster. Hence, these are more effective and can give you a good clear out after a single dose. However, they are not safe to be used long term because the bowels can get used to these medication and can become lazy. So it means that you won't be able to go at all without these laxatives. If you need regular laxatives, but fibrogel and lactulose are not effective or not tolerated, the next one to go for would be macrogol. For adults, it's available without prescription from the chemist. It is very effective and you can adjust the dose from half a sachet up to 8 sachets a day, so you can find how much you need. It is safe to be taken long term. Constipation can cause piles, hemorrhoids, or fissures, tear inside the back passage. So treat the constipation early on. In the elderly, a new constipation is always an alarming feature because it could be a sign of a bowel cancer and needs medical attention. I hope that you found this information useful. I wish you get better soon.